Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Cities Skylines. We are playing the Industries DLC and I've did a little bit of work off camera with regards to this intersection over here, and I think I've got it to work pretty nicely. So what I've done is I have made this right in, right out arrangement, so you can't actually go through here anymore. And you can't turn left. I think that was part of our big part of our problem over here is this left turning movement. So now with that out of the way, all of these trucks have to go up over here to turn left. And I've upgraded this section of road a little bit to make that a little bit of an easier movement. But that has seemed to solve the issue quite well. And that is kind of what I'm trying to showcase here, is the fact that you don't have to immediately start building flyovers and bridges across these kind of things. There are other solutions that are, and that's how you would see it in reality. In reality, you would look at what other solutions we can do to make things work much better without necessarily going to expensive infrastructure pieces over there. So that's what I've done. What also happened is we actually reached level 4 over here. So let's have a quick look at the industry area. So we're doing plain timber and paper, and we're still outputting a lot of this. So we got level 4. So some policies that we can implement, but what I'm keen on seeing is can we, if we go, where is it that we do that? Unique buildings. It's just the city piece that we see over here. So we can't actually see what is this. Can we see the industry area overview? Can we not see what it is that we've unlocked? I want to see what we've unlocked. We cannot. Not again. We cannot see it. Well, that's not good. Okay, so what we'll just have to dig into here and see what we've unlocked. So we've still got that. This is, what is this? A large tree sapling field, that's new. Sawmill we had, the biomass pellet plant we had, an engineered wood plant. And that, I think, is the same as this, right? Yeah, it is. It's just a bigger one. Still didn't unlock the pulp mill. That we had. The large log yard we had. Yeah, and so what would the wood chip storage is something that is new also. Okay, so we are doing pretty well over here. This area is doing nicely. What are we doing in terms of profit? Not really a lot of profit just yet. We need to produce a lot more stuff over here. So plain timber and paper. So what we probably need to do, and what I've also done, are we seeing this as a bit of an issue again? I slowed down this piece as well, but I think because of that. So we'll give it a little bit more room, see what's happening over here. The other thing that I'm keen on doing, since we've got these bypass routes available so people can actually make use of other pieces, I am tempted to put a toll plaza in here so that you can actually make use of that interchange instead of coming all the way into here. We'll see. So we can actually collect a bit of money that way. Let's quickly implement that and see if that further helps our issues over here. So where did this go? This is road tolls are over here. Two-way toll booth, one-way toll booth is this thing that I've got here. So maybe what we do is we trim this back a little. We grab the, not that one. We grab the one-way toll booth. Is there any way, shape? Okay, hang on. Let's trim the other one back too. See if there's a little bit more room if we do that. Yeah, that's what I want to do. So if I do that, how does that look? That is pretty decent. So if we just do it on the one way, I think that's pretty cool. Now let's grab whatever road we're going to use to finish this thing off. So let's just do the standard two-way like that. Is that right, or should we give it a bit of a turn in there? See if that works. Nice. So if I could move it and we just tweak it out here a little bit. that doesn't look brilliant, but it's pretty decent. And now on the outbound movement, shall I do the same thing over here? And we then move from 2 lanes to... Okay, let's just get the straight piece, please. Something like that. And then what we'll do is we will grab the mover tool here and we'll just tweak it a little bit like so. We'll give it a little bit of that going on and we'll tweak it like that. How does that look? I'm generally a bit of a fan of what we're doing right here. Is that decent? Oh well, let's get that going. Let's see what this is at. Are we going to see some money through here? So what I'm keen on is to see if we can get more guys to get off over here and get that busier, and see if we can get less people through here and make some money at the same time. I'm still quite keen to make it pretty free flow to get people out of here. What this is also going to do is it's just going to kind of temper this flow a little bit. I wanted to check our speeds. Oh, that train is starting to get a little bit fuller. That's just like 60 over there. These needs to be 60, please. We could even do this a little slower to make sure that we've got... yeah, so let's keep that at pretty slow. Just so that these guys get a fair enough gap over here. So we'll leave that be for now, see what this happens and whether we're actually going to start seeing some money getting in. Cards charged last week, 11. I like it. It's metering the flow a little bit, but whether it's doing a decent enough job of it, I do not yet know. I do not yet know. This thing should be pretty good over here. What are we happening over here? Let's do that. Let's do this. Let's do that one there and that one there. Over here we can do that one goes there. This one can go there, there and there. You know what I'm keen on is trying to make sure that we... This is not ideal, but I'm hoping that that could help this side as well a little bit. It's quite a complex thing to get this to work well. This is not doing what it should be doing. We can certainly do that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this one here as well. So we'll see about getting that better used. Still getting pretty busy. Oh, the other thing that I wanted to do is check that that is the way it works over there. There's no need for any of this. Lots of movement into this direction now, so I'm guessing they're going both ways and that is still a problem. Thought the metering would sort it out a little bit, but it didn't quite do so. We'll come back and see how that goes. Is this getting busier? It is getting busier. So the toll is definitely starting to move things into that direction. If I quickly have a look at the budget, can we see anything come in from tolls? We indeed are starting to see some income from the tolling section, which is pretty good. I like it. I like it. If you want to drive straight to the center, then you need to pay for it. Excellent. And there's lots of large vehicles coming straight through here because they want to be there. Good stuff, good stuff. So over here, if we look at this industry area, we really need to... what we need to do... Oh, what I also did, and we'll come back to this if this maintains a problem, I will fix it with a bridge or something then. We've connected this piece over here. So now it means you can get from one area to another area straight away. What I'm pretty keen on doing is actually yet again running some power lines. What kind of power lines do we have? Do we have the real big 400 kV ones? So let's run them like here, right? Up this road towards the industrial area. Okay, so we'll maintain the 400 kV, run that up there. At the same time, we will then move towards... what kind of line? That's just a standard. Did that not? Oh, it is connected. So the standard power line will then run up here. That doesn't actually work. That doesn't actually work. So if we do that, how are we going to transition from the one to the other? So what you should be doing is you should be building like a something like that. Yeah, no, actually that's not quite what we wanted in mind. Destroy that. Substations. I don't think I have substation stuff here. What is that? That's something. Geothermal. Yeah, I don't think I really have the substation pieces. That's too small. What else can we do? This is a power plant. That's, yeah, it's really not going to work for us at all. So what we could do is we could just kind of try and pop it in there, and it's not actually connected from that point. So what we can now do is let's indeed get one of these things. So what is that? A small substation. It's got an electricity output over there, and it's going to act as linking these things together over here. So there we go. So we've got a bit of a power network running in these areas. Okay, and there's still some water issues over here, so we need to do something about that. This is getting a little bit busier. This is getting less busy. I think we'll get this sorted out. We just need to make sure that we've got... I think we'll get that sorted out. If we can get them to use both the lanes, it'll be much better for us. Okay, let's get the water out all the way over here. Okay, water is out there. So, if we wanted to build, and with the 400 kVs running through here, I'm not too sure we will actually get... yeah, we'll see. Let's get the industry in place. So, ore industry is what we're saying. Ore industry, and kind of tempted maybe to place the ore industry over there. But I'll give it a gap of 2. Oh, ore industry, congratulations. Let's see, what are they saying over here? A small ore mine, and a sand storage, and an ore grinding mill. Perfect. So with that in mind, let's start seeing about getting our first pieces up and running. Can we just switch this off, please? I don't want to constantly have to deal with this. Okay, so now a small ore mine. I'm thinking this area over here is pretty good. If we move it over there. Okay, so let's get the first place where we can get 4,800. That one. Right over there. And on this side, we can get it a little bit further away. Over here. Actually, to be honest, let's just get it straight right next to it over there. Give me this power. Give me this power piece. I don't... So we just make sure to keep running it into this direction. So now there's power over there. There's a bit of an ore mine going on. They can actually come here. Let's get some water up here. Okay, we'll run the water that way. We'll run the water this way. We'll run it up here. And we'll see what else we need. So now we've got this place starting to operate some ore as well. So birch ore extraction site. That's fine. This is pretty good. Good stuff. Hopefully we'll make tons of money doing all of this industrial requirements over here. What I also want to do is I want to make sure that we keep going with this. So if we do this piece through here, okay, for some residential areas, we'll do a similar thing on that side. We will fill in this piece over here. And what we'll do is we'll put a little bit of a shop in the corner over there. In the corner over here as well. And we'll run some more residential pieces like so. Let's fill that in. I'm tempted to right in the middle here add a little bit of high density. So if we say do something like that, we'll do a little bit of high density over here, and then we'll need to find if we need to add some facilities in the area. There is a bit of a clinic over there. We could do a little one over here as well, actually, as part of what we said over here. So let's do a little clinic over there. How's our... yeah, I think this is pretty well covered. And our police, it's not great, so we could do a little small rural police station at the same time over here as well. Oh, we're not linking up power, so hopefully power will make the jump pretty soon. Schooling, let's have a quick look at our schooling situation. We could do with another school over here. Let's just do a small one. What is this? 300. So Nova Primary, that's too big. Well, that's a music academy, I think. That's a modern high school. Phoenix. Public library, anything else that we can use here as a small primary school kind of thing. Shall we go with Nova yet again? Nova it is, and we'll place it over here somewhere, so there's a little bit of, we can see about adding a few more things to it. We really need this to connect. When my power doing the jump over here? We'll do this for now, and as it fills in, we'll make the jump later. So I've got a little bit going on over there. I'm tempted to add a little bit more kind of over here. You know what? Give me this road. Well, what's my standard kind of bike path road? And what I'm keen on doing is let's remove the zoning off of that piece. I like that. So now if we go back and we do some more of this stuff, we'll do that. Nice, I like it. I am tempted to get a little bit of a walkway going on over here. Let's get the snapping switched off over here. So we'll do a bit of that, and then at the same time we will do a bit of this, right? And then go back to the roads and we will plop in that one over there. So now you can actually connect all the way through there. I'm liking it. I am liking it. So what I'll also do is I will throw in a little bit of commercial right over here. We're not gonna go massive on that. Ooh, a little bit more commercial right over there. I'm gonna link up this little walkway through there. That's pretty good. That one I did link up. That's good. Nice. So this little area is filling in a little bit. Why did that go away? That's a little strange. Anyway, we'll start to see some more people move in over here. We need a fair bit more along the lines of commercial piece. Bicycles are doing their thing with what we're arriving at over here. How's our commercial looking? So we've got a high density commercial over there. And the question is, do we extend? Well, let's extend that a little bit. So let's do a little bit more commercial over here. And then what we'll do is we will run some of that. So we'll start filling in the pieces a little bit. We probably need something along the lines of parks and things like that. I'm liking to see some of these things get a little bit busier. Getting these trucks to go in there. I'm liking the fact that this road is pretty busy and that we're starting to see some action over here. This road is getting pretty decently busy as well. We have not too much going on this road over here. That's pretty good. These things are filling in. Yeah, whatever I've started to say we need, we filled in. Whoa, we've got tons of people at this bus stop. Yeah, so this bus route is very busy. Good stuff. Wow, that bus route is crazy busy. What's going on over here? How many people on this line? Let's have a quick look at the lines. So if I look at my bus lines, so bus line 3. Okay, let's have a look at bus line 3 in a little bit more detail. Get out of there, see where people are. There's tons of people waiting. I suggest we add a couple more buses to the mix. Select vehicle type. So let's add 2 more vehicles to the mix there. I'm thinking that should do the trick. This is still crazy busy. This industrial area is really doing so, it gets so busy. And over here, how many cars? With tons of cars through there. Let's have a quick look at our budget through this now. Tolling is, yeah, very limited amounts of money that we're gaining through tolling. This is still the problem. This is still the problem. I suggest we actually signalize these things. So let's signalize this thing here. So if we signalize that, let's give this a little bit of room. So let's just get the first signals to go, get up and running. Okay. Okay, let's see if that gets us pretty decent stuff happening over here. Now all of that's running. You shouldn't be doing that. You should be stopping what's going on over here. You should be stopping. Well, let's see if the signal sorts it out. Still worried that we get too much in the same lanes over here. Our lane balance is not good. This is looking pretty good now. Let's leave that signal in place there and see if that helps us out a little. I think it will. I think it will. I think it was, and it's still poor lane utilization, yet you can get anywhere using either of the lanes. Well, apart from this one. But you generally don't see the guys doing that direction. Still a little bit of stuff happening. Oh, we've got the packaging again. I think the signal is working. Make that a little bit more expensive. See what that does for us. Trying to manage the flow of traffic into this area a little bit better by having the guys go around instead. So you can either go this way and get there. Doubt that you'll be rat running too much through here. Probably better off doing it straight around. What's happening over here? Is that working well for us? Did we set up a timed signal here, or is that just... That's working. That is working. So we'll leave that be again. We'll tweak it little bits, and that's just generally how you do it. Things happening over here. Do we have some workers? So the thing is, worker transport into this location is probably tough. It's probably pretty tough. And what I'm wondering about is whether we should start looking at commuter rail at some point. We've got this corridor through here that we could obviously make use for commuter rail also. I'm tempted to think that commuter rail station can go in here somewhere, and that we can somehow run commuter rail through here. Yeah, because that corridor is nice and open. At the same time, whether we need to run commuter rail potentially in this direction through here as well and get a commuter rail station maybe in that location over there. Seems to be pretty decent, or somewhere over here at least. But yeah, the corridor is going to be a bit of an issue. We've gone a little bit too far. So maybe what we should do is start looking at a bit of a commuter rail situation for us. So what kind of... So I'm not a big fan of these big stations, especially not in kind of areas like this, where you'd rather see something that is much more smaller, much smaller like this. Though I must say, probably a little challenging. Potentially we could bring out that road a little bit and we can tie it in there. That's getting pretty busy over there. Alternatively, we've got this station over here. We also have a few raised platform situations going on, but again, it's unlikely you would see... What is that? Elevated train station with metro. It's unlikely you'd see something like that in a little area like this. So I am tempted to do, what is this one? The Fairfield station. Actually, to be honest, that is probably your best bet. And then we'll have to run it through here somewhere. So what we could do is we could run a bit of road on this section here. So if I say, let's get our snapping back. Thanks, snapping. Thank you. Even smaller. If we do a little bit of this, all right? We do something like that, so now you can actually go through there. Yeah, I think commuter rail is probably something that would be pretty good for us at the moment. So now, commuter rail station, if we go with this one, that's a very long one though. These ones are much shorter. But still, it's going to be a little problematic for us to run them through there. It's not a lot of room. There is not a lot of room here. But I am pretty keen. The alternative, guys, the alternative is to not run commuter rail over here and rather at some point replace this with a tram connection. Yeah, I'm almost tempted to do that. So don't run commuter rail, because if we have to start getting rid of stuff and so on, that'll be a bit of a problem. But commuter rail along this corridor, I think, is pretty decent. And I just need to understand how we're going to deal with this. And it's not too late for us to move that station if we need to. But commuter rail, because we also probably need to provide some commuter rail access somewhere over here. Somewhere over here, something to that effect. We'll have to plan out that public transport system with a little bit more detail. Okay, so let's go back. So if we're considering that this could potentially be the end of the line, so we could do something like that. Though, I think what we'd rather do is give me that small road again. I'm going to do it like that. Okay, let's do something like that. And we run it through there, right? So we'll do something like so, and we'll place it in there. So go back to the commuter rail station. Okay, so if we do something like this, and I hate that it does that. So let's move it. And we're going to drop that down. And yeah, the fact that it's doing a little funny thing over here is not the end of the world. But now, the issue is how we are going to... And we could have to tie in these a little. We could have to move that a little bit, and then maybe even run the rail underneath here at a bit of an underpass. Yeah, that could be part of what we need to do over here, is run the rail down there. So let's have a look. Okay, so with the rail over there, where is our next piece? I'm tempted that we need rail somewhere over here. Somewhere over here is where we're going to need some more rail. So let's get a rail station, and maybe we do with a double like this. Something like this. If we do the double over here, there's a bit of a rail station that's coming in here and can be used in this area, and we can have bus stations and stuff running through there. We'll just have to see how we deal with this. I am pretty tempted to... I'm not keen on us linking these two lines together. I want to keep the freight and the stuff separated, but we could still cross it, I think, without actually linking it. We just need to have a look at how we do that. So if we do this, and we should be able to link these two together and then go out straight over there. Perfect. Yeah, actually, maybe let's switch off Anarchy and let's try that one more time. So let's not do that. Let's try and get it fairly central over here. So what is the center? Oh, we can't actually get it central. Let's switch off snapping. Thank you. Really? So if we do that and we grab move it and we just pull that to be a little bit straighter. Yeah, something like that. Now we try that again. Do a bit of this. We do a bit of that. And now we use move it and we just turn it out a little bit like so and a little bit like so. Probably gonna give us... Why are these lines not electrified? I'm all of a sudden wondering why they're not electrified. Really? We've got non-electrified lines and this is where it's... Anyway, I'm not gonna... Why? Did I pick something that's not electrified? I think so. That's train tracks. And this is double no overhead cables. Exactly. I picked the wrong one. So can we upgrade these? Yeah, we can upgrade these and we get our cables back. Nice. So let's run that. I'm tempted that if we just run it... Ooh, get the snapping back, please. Thank you. So let's say if we're running the line over there somewhere, we're running it up here, can we then, I'm sure we can cross it, can't we? No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Rail lines should be able to, I'm sure rail lines should be able to cross. So if we say we do something like this, switch on Anarchy, now we're crossing it, right? And yeah, but that's not quite what I had in mind. And now that I think about it, if we're going to have to go underneath there, I think what we need to do is we need to straight away move it. We need to straight away start turning it. I'm wondering. So let's do... Yeah, it's really... They don't want to get me that straight connection over here. So we may have to go under or over or something like that. Do a little bit of a gimmicky thing over there. See what we do. How's this doing? It's looking better. Still a little bit of queues in all directions, but it's looking much better. Okay, and then the next station needs to be somewhere up here. So I'm not sure. So it's quite a difficult one if we try and do this. But what I think I may move this thing so that we can run this corridor. And at the same time, I may move the power lines to the other side also, so that we can make use of the one side, even though we're running all of our main trunk items on that side. Ooh, it's a little bit of a hill. We may have to turn everything. I'm thinking we need to turn everything this way, and that one goes along the other side of the hill. Actually, that's exactly what we need to do. This thing needs to turn and run in that direction over there, so that it doesn't go straight over the top there. Oh, guys, there's so many things that we want to try and figure out over there. Let's, as a quick final thing, have a look at whether we're making any money over here. We're outputting way too much forest products straight into that, so we need to start looking at how we can better manage that piece. Guys, thanks so much for watching. If you've liked it, hit the button, and if you've got some comments, leave them down below. I will see you next time. Bye bye.